up with a house on the hill. Good grades, clean shoes, refrigerator filled. Never missed meals, never feared the rent. Just spent every dollar that his mama sent. Youth league bats stacked up in the room. 20 new gloves collecting dust by June. 4 leather belts hanging off the wall. Had more accessories than a shopping mall. Then mama walked in with a bill in her hand. Said, son, you're grown, time to make a plan. That car loan ain't gonna pay itself back. You can't wear a belt and drive a car on a snack. Jerome looked down, didn't know what to say. Had a closet full of gear, but no money saved. Instead of getting a job and punching the clock, he called Howie T at the end of the block. Mama, I tried, I swear I had a plan. I chased that money, lost who I am. Car no due, dreams got cold. I wanted control, but I sold my soul. Howie T stepped out with a vegan plate, talking scripture while he checked his watch's face. Step ain't sex, but he still had a name. Everybody knew in him I'm underground gang. Said Jerome, before you join my crew, I got one little test I need from you. No weapons, no tricks, no running away. Beat me in basketball and you can earn your place. 1-on-1 midnight court lights buzzing above. How he played defense like he was guarding his love. Jerome hit jumpers, how he blocked shots. Both men fighting like the game was a war. Final point, crowd screaming from the fence. Sweat on the pavement, pride on the line. Jerome hit the shot with 1 second left. How he said, all right, you passed the test. Mama, I tried, I swear I had a plan. I chased that money, lost who I am. Caught no dues, dreams got cold. I wanted control, but I sold my soul. Now Jerome wore black with the crew every night, learning the rules of the underground life. How he said, first thing, prove you're strong. Jerome said, how far can this go wrong? How he sent him after a man in the street. No quiet stranger walking with a cane so sweet. Jerome said, this ain't who I wanna be. How he said, then who are you trying to be? Against his heart, against what he knew, Jerome stepped forward and followed through. But the old man smiled like he knew the game. Turns out legends were hiding behind his name. Trained assassin, years in the field. Our old man was a storm nobody could see. Jerome survived the battle that night, but victory didn't make the darkness feel right. He left with a burden he couldn't explain, a trophy that felt more like a chain. Alley was quiet, moon shining bright. Jerome walked through the shadows of the night. Then Alyssa ran up holding a child, eyes full of fear, but she forced a smile. She placed the baby right into his arms, said please protect him from all this harm. Before he could answer, before he could speak, she disappeared down the empty street. Jerome went back to Howie T's door, baby crying on the cold garage floor. Howie looked down, shook his head with disgust, said you know babies ain't part of my stuff. Jerome said nah, this ends today. Howie laughed like he knew he'd won the game, but Jerome remembered who he used to be and chose the child over the gang's legacy. Howie T gone, Jerome took the throne, built an empire from a borrowed phone. Money came fast, cars came faster, everybody calling him the new master. For a few hours he owned the night, private jets, gold chain, city lights. Then the crew that loved him switched the script, took every dollar, every jewel, every bit. Left him standing with nothing but pride. Same old kid with nowhere to hide. Ran back home where the story began. Knocked on the door with a shaking hand.
I'm not gonna be able to pay off the car.